Have you ever wondered if a friend secretly feels something more for you? Maybe it's the way their eyes linger a little longer, or how they always seem to remember the smallest details about you. Psychologists say hidden love rarely shows itself directly. Instead, it slips through in subtle behaviors, tiny patterns most people never notice. In this video, we'll uncover 7 powerful yet lesser-known signs that reveal when a friend's heart is quietly holding more than friendship. These signs are backed by human behavior and emotional research. And the final one might surprise you the most. Stay with me until the end, because once you recognize these patterns, you'll never look at your friendships the same way again. Welcome to Psychology Zone. If you're fascinated by the secrets of the mind and relationships, make sure to subscribe and be part of our growing community. Sign 1. They share their vulnerable side with you. Before diving into the obvious signs of attraction, let's talk about something far more revealing: vulnerability. When someone trusts you enough to open up about their fears, their private dreams, or the struggles they usually keep hidden, it's a strong sign you mean more to them than just a casual friend. Most people guard their inner world carefully. They may laugh, joke, or share surface-level stories with others, but the deeper truths stay locked away. If they choose you as the person to confide in, it shows a level of emotional intimacy that goes beyond ordinary friendship. Notice how they bring their problems to you first, or how they share hopes for the future they haven't told anyone else. This isn't just about seeking advice. It's about wanting you to truly understand them. Psychology suggests that emotional exposure is one of the clearest indicators of hidden affection. People don't risk being vulnerable unless they feel a deep sense of trust and connection. Pay attention to the way their tone changes when they confide in you. The softness in their words, the pauses when they reveal something personal. These are subtle signals that their heart feels safe in your presence. And sometimes it's not even about big confessions. Even small admissions, like insecurities or quiet worries, can show they see you as more than just a friend. Because when someone lets down their walls, it usually means they're hoping you'll see the real them and accept them fully. Sign 2. They seek physical closeness in small ways. Before moving on to the deeper emotional signs, let's pause for a moment and look at something much easier to notice: the way they position themselves around you. If someone constantly finds excuses to be near you, that's rarely accidental. A slight touch on your arm, leaning closer than needed during a conversation, or choosing the seat right next to you when plenty of others are free. These are all silent signals of hidden affection. Our bodies often reveal what our words try to hide. Psychology shows that physical proximity is a natural instinct when we feel attraction. Without even realizing it, people drift closer to the person they want most. Think about how they act in group settings. Do they subtly angle their body toward you? Do they step into your personal space more often than others do? These little shifts are often subconscious ways of drawing you in. Even a casual brush of the hand or holding eye contact a second longer than necessary can carry unspoken meaning. It's not grand gestures, but those tiny, repeated moments that speak volumes. Sometimes, they may use humor or excuses to make that physical connection seem playful or casual. But beneath the surface, those touches and closeness are ways of expressing what they can't yet say aloud. The truth is, closeness is rarely random. It's a quiet form of communication, and it often reveals more than words ever could. Sign 3. They value your opinion above others. Before exploring the more hidden emotional cues, let's notice something practical: the way they treat your opinion. When someone is drawn to you, your words carry a weight that no one else's does. They might ask what you think before making choices, even in situations where they could easily decide on their own. It could be something small, like which outfit to wear, or something bigger, like career moves or personal goals. The pattern is the same. They seek your perspective because it matters deeply to them. Psychology suggests that when someone values a person's opinion above all others, it reflects admiration and emotional investment. They aren't just asking for advice. They want reassurance from the one voice they trust most. Pay attention to how they respond when you share your thoughts. Do they light up when you agree with them? Do they look disappointed if you don't? These reactions reveal how much your approval means to them. Even in casual conversations, you may notice they circle back to your perspective, as if double-checking whether you truly support their choices. This isn't just friendship, it's the desire to align their world with yours. And the most telling sign is when they change their plans after hearing your input. That silent willingness to adjust shows just how much influence you have over their decisions. Sign 4. They notice changes in you instantly. Before diving into the less obvious signs of hidden love, think about how quickly they pick up on even the smallest changes in you. Maybe you got a new haircut, and before anyone else says a word, they're the first to notice. Or perhaps your mood shifts ever so slightly, and they ask if something's wrong before you've even admitted it to yourself. Most friends see the surface, but someone with deeper feelings pays attention to the fine details others overlook. Psychologists say that this level of awareness comes from emotional focus. The brain naturally sharpens its attention around someone it cares deeply about. It could be the way your tone changes in a single sentence, or how quiet you become when something's bothering you. They pick up on those subtle signals, not because they're trying, but because they're already tuned into you. This kind of attention shows where their heart is. When someone notices the small shifts others miss, it means you're at the center of their focus. And that focus often reveals far more than they're willing to say aloud. And 5, they remember shared moments in detail. Before we explore the more hidden behaviors, let's focus on memory, not just any memory, but the way they recall moments with you. If they often bring up an inside joke from months ago, or remind you of something you said in passing, it's a sign those moments mean more to them than you realized. Most people let small conversations fade, but someone with deeper feelings holds on to the details. They remember the restaurant you said you liked, the story you shared about your childhood, or the exact words you used when you were excited. Psychology suggests that strong emotions act like glue for memory. When a person secretly treasures you, their mind naturally preserves even the little things connected to you. Notice how they smile when recalling those memories, as if they're reliving them in the present. Sometimes they even test if you remember too, hoping you'll share the same attachment. It's not just about recalling facts, it's about cherishing experiences. When they carry those shared moments with such clarity, it shows you occupy a special place in their thoughts. And the more they repeat these memories, the more it reveals how deeply they value your connection. Sign 6. They go out of their way to support you. Before we explore the more subtle emotional clues, notice the effort they put into simply being there for you. When someone makes time for you, even at inconvenient hours, it often speaks louder than words ever could. Think about those late-night calls they answer without hesitation, or the times they show up when you least expect it, just to make sure you're okay. This level of consistency is rarely casual. Psychology suggests that true affection is measured not by grand gestures, but by the steady willingness to put someone else's needs above their own. Watch how they adjust their schedule to fit yours, or how they notice when you're struggling and step in without being asked. Even the smallest acts, like checking on you during a busy day or offering help before you mention it, reveal a deeper layer of care. Friends support each other, yes, but when support becomes constant, personal and almost instinctive, it signals something more. It shows you're not just another person in their circle, you're a priority. And priorities often expose what someone is truly feeling inside. Because love, even when unspoken, always reveals itself through effort. Sign 7. Their emotions shift around you. Before we point out the most hidden gestures, let's look at something far more telling. The way their emotions change when you're around. You might notice their excitement rise the moment you join them, as if your presence alone brightens their mood. At the same time, pay attention to how their energy shifts when you bring up someone else you like or admire. A quiet tension, a forced smile, or a sudden change in tone often reveals more than words ever could. Psychologists say emotions are harder to mask than actions. They slip out unconsciously. That's why a laugh may sound strained, or silence may suddenly stretch longer than usual. Even more revealing is the way they mirror your feelings. When you're joyful, they share in that happiness. When you're down, their mood darkens with yours. These emotional shifts often expose the truth they're too afraid to admit aloud. If you've noticed these subtle behaviors in someone close to you, there may be more than friendship at play. Sometimes, what feels like simple companionship is really something much deeper, quietly waiting to be seen. Have you ever experienced these signs with someone in your own life? Share your story in the comments below. We'd love to hear it. If this video opened your eyes, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to Psychology Zone for more powerful insights into the hidden side of the mind and relationships. And remember, the answers you're looking for are often written, not in words, but in the small details of human behavior.